Hello everyone, and welcome to this crash course on morphology. In this series, we'll explore how words are built, what morphemes are, and why they matter in language. This is going to be a simple, quick, and easy-to-follow journey into the structure of words, so let's get started. In this lecture, we will begin with the etymology of the term morphology and then trace the origin of the word itself. From there, we will move into an introduction to the subject of morphology, which will naturally lead us to an essential and foundational concept in this field, the morpheme. The word morphology is actually a Greek language word. In Greek language, this word has two parts. One is morph, means shape, structure, or form, and the second is ology, means to study something. Put them together means to study the structure of something. In 19th century, this word morphology is started to use in biology in English language. And in the mid-19th century, a new meaning is given to this word, and that is study of the basic elements of the language. And what is the basic element of language? This is word. So morphology means study the structure of word. Now, let's define morphology. The first definition states that morphology is the study of the internal structure of words in a language. In other words, it focuses on how words are put together and arranged within the system of a language. In second definition, George Yule defines morphology as the analysis of the structure of words. According to him, morphology not only examines the inner structure of words, but also investigates deeper questions such as how and why words take particular forms. Finally, Loreto Todd defines morphology as the study of morphemes, emphasizing their patterns within the structure of words. This naturally leads us to the next question. What is a morpheme? Words in a language are made up of smaller, meaningful units known as morphemes. In fact, morphemes are the structural units or building blocks of words. When we divide or break down words into smaller parts, these smaller parts are called morphemes. Now, think of it this way. Just as a building is made up of bricks, a word is made up of morphemes. Bricks give shape and strength to a building, right? Similarly, morphemes give structure and meaning to words. Each morpheme contributes something important, either by carrying meaning or by performing a grammatical function within the word. So we can say, morphemes are the smallest undividable units that still hold meaning and grammar. We can't break them down any further without losing that meaning. When different morphemes are joined or combined together, they form the wide variety of words that exist in a language. So, just as many bricks together create a strong building, many morphemes together create the rich vocabulary we use every day in communication. In simple terms, a morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of grammar. More fully, we can define it as the smallest unit in a language that carries meaning or grammatical function. Let us consider an example to understand this better. Take the word talk. When we say talks, we are adding s to the word talk. Here, talk is one morpheme and s is another morpheme. The morpheme talk carries meaning. It is a verb in its base form, while the morpheme s carries only a grammatical function, showing that the subject is third-person singular, he, she, or it. Thus, the word talks is made up of two morphemes, talk plus s. In the same way, the word talker has two morphemes, talk and. The morpheme talk contributes meaning, while functions grammatically to indicate the one who talks. Another important point is that a morpheme cannot be divided into smaller meaningful parts. For example, if we try to split talk into ta and lk, these smaller parts neither carry meaning nor perform any grammatical function. So, the key idea to remember is, a morpheme is the smallest part of a word that carries meaning or grammatical function. Examples of morphemes in words cat and cat's cat. One morpheme, cat, which carries meaning, the animal. Cat's two morphemes, cat, meaningful unit, plus s, grammatical unit showing plural. Mat and mat's mat. One morpheme, mat, which carries meaning. Mat's two morphemes, Mat, meaningful unit plus S, plural marker. Bat and bats, bat 1 morpheme bat, with meaning. Bats 2 morphemes, bat plus S, plural marker. Cook and cooked, cook 1 morpheme cook, which carries meaning action of cooking. Cooked 2 morphemes, cook, base verb, plus ed, grammatical morpheme showing past tense. Look and looked, look 1 morpheme look, which has meaning. Looked 2 morphemes, look plus ed, past tense marker. Book and booked, book 1 morpheme book, meaning either the object or verb to reserve. Booked 2 morphemes, book plus ed, past tense marker. Unhappiness, this word has 3 morphemes. The first morpheme that adds a negative meaning, not. Happy, the second morpheme that carries the core meaning. Ness, the third and final morpheme that changes the adjective into a noun, has grammatical properties. Together, un plus happy plus ness equals unhappiness, the state of not being happy. Notice how in each case, morphemes either contribute meaning like cat, cook, happy, or grammatical function like nessen. Alright, that's where we'll wrap up today's lecture. We talked about what morphology is, what morphemes are, and how they're the building blocks of words. But we've only scratched the surface. In the next lecture, we'll dive into the different types of morphemes, like free and bound morphemes, and trust me, you don't want to miss it because this is where things start to get really fun. So make sure to check out the next video. Your room to learn is just a click away. Like and subscribe today.